Hello, this is Zach, and I'm going to show you how to use the new reference detail feature in the Takeoff program. So I have here the second elevation of my project, and it has some new detail bubbles. So I'm going to take a look at how these detail bubbles differ from the detail bubbles that I have up here. So all these verticals are on 651, and all of these verticals here are on 653. So looking at 653, I could see that in that situation there's a pocket filler and no glass. Otherwise, the details look exactly the same as 651, right here. Same parts, same miscellaneous, it's just the extra pocket filler and gasket. So I can define these pocket fillers under the same detail as the previous elevation under 651. Just define the pocket fillers as separate taglines and add them to this elevation, where on the previous elevation I don't have them, so they won't come up. Another way I could do this is make a whole new definition for 653 for each of these, and it would have the same parts, vert, and it would also have that pocket filler definition. And I can use that new detail number when the pocket fillers come up. The last option, and probably the better option, that doesn't require me redefining things that have already been defined somewhere else, is to set up a reference detail. So what I do here in my UD window is I can call out 6 or 1 on 653, and instead of putting actual data underneath this, I can just point it back by assigning the reference detail. I can point it back to 1 on 651. And now every time the Takeoff program sees 1 on 653, they'll read the data on 1/651 instead. And then it will find JML and the pocket filler, which I could define either here, or I can define it over here if I wanted to only make it available for 653. If it were me, I would probably define it here. That way I could make pocket fillers with my verticals whenever and wherever and whatever detail they use. But let me show you how this works. So I'm going to apply that, and you can see if I go to LMM mode, under my metal tags, all these details weren't defined before, so that's why they're all blank down here around these empty lights. If I UPD now with that reference detail set in there, now I get my jams because that's the only one I set up for a reference detail. 1 on 653 is using the data from 1/651. And it has the jams defined, and that's why those show up there. The advantage of doing this is I only have one copy of my jams now. I don't have a copy in here, and I don't have a copy in here. So if I make changes to this jam, maybe the part number changed or the miscellaneous changed, it would affect all the jams on my job, which is kind of what I want. I could repeat and do this for all these other details. And then to finish this job, I would have to define the pocket fillers in each of these. And then whenever new details come up, which are functionally or takeoff-wise the same as a previous detail, then I can point it back to my 1 on 651, which will have all of my jam data. And that just helps me keep all my data consolidated all in one place, and where I can update it in one place and get it in a bunch of different details. And I don't have to do anything funny with the detail bubbles. I can leave all these detail bubbles on the normal layer and keep them all active, and everything will work. So that's how you use reference details. Thank you very much.